Hi and welcome back to the TRT and Hormone Optimization YouTube channel. Today I wanted to go over some recent blood results and I want to talk about the differences between the 20% testosterone cream on a liposomal base versus the HRT base. Yes, I made some recent changes to my TRT protocol. First, let's go over the blood results that matter. Of course, when you're on TRT, the LH and the FSH are very low to zero. As you can see, my estradiol, my E2, is 47 nanograms per liter, which warrants a 2+ in this lab. The normal range for E2 is 15 to 32. But of course, we're not worried. We're on TRT. We have a high-end, normal, not supraphysiological testosterone level. So in relationship to that, we have a normal high-end E2. As you can see, my SHBG is 18.2 nanomoles per liter and my total testosterone is 1314.5 nanograms per deciliter. 2 pluses and in red again, because the normal ranges in this lab are now between 220 and 750 nanograms per deciliter. The normal lab ranges of total testosterone keep going down each year because these are just the average numbers in the mean sick and obese population. In order to calculate the free testosterone, we also need the albumin, and as you can see, my albumin is 44.2 grams per liter. When I put the albumin, the SHBG and the total testosterone in this free calculator, we get a free testosterone of 41.9 nanograms per deciliter. But now here's the important part. As you might know, I have been using the 20% compounded testosterone cream since 2017, and this cream has always been on a liposomal base. Because it seemed I was a bad absorber of the testosterone in that base, I needed 3 clicks in the morning and 3 clicks in the evening with the TopiClick system. That's twice 150 milligrams per day. I've always bought my testosterone cream from NP Labs, and only recently, a few months ago, NP Labs offers the possibility to have the compounded testosterone cream in an HRT base. Since I heard from many experts like Dave Lee that this cream in an HRT base gets absorbed much better, I wanted to try this out for myself. And indeed, these numbers that I just presented to you are still the same numbers I had before with the liposomal base 2 times 3 clicks per day, but now these numbers are with the HRT base with only 2 clicks in the morning and 2 clicks in the evening. So I diminished my dose of TRT from 300 milligrams per day to 200 milligrams per day, and I get the same numbers as before and I feel exactly the same as before. So for me personally, the switch from liposomal base to HRT base is a big improvement since I will need much less cream than before. I just wanted to share that with you. And just one funny last add-on. Like you can see here, my vitamin D is 62.3 nanograms per milliliter, and again it's in the red with 2 pluses. Whoa, very dangerous. But then again, when you read the legend, they write optimally you have between 40 and 100 nanograms per milliliter. But still, with a 62 right in the middle of that range, they put it in red with 2 pluses. And they also write toxic when it's more than 100 nanograms per milliliter. Anyway, I get this 62 level taking 10,000 IUs per day for years. I'm not worried about these 2 plus signs and red, because even in the legend of this lab it says optimally between 40 and 100 nanograms per milliliter. They just want, as always, they just want us to be afraid of high numbers of vitamin D, optimized numbers of vitamin D. Again, I thought this was just a funny add-on. So there's a link in the description to order your testosterone cream 20% in an HRT base with NP Labs. They ship worldwide. Use the link in the description. Thank you and see you next time.